Hey everybody, it's Jimmy and Bill. So today what we're going to talk about is what the hell happened to Black Friday? Let me explain a little bit. So basically, I went to the stores. I went to Target, I went to Walmart, Home Depot, and some other stores on Friday, and they were empty. It was just the weirdest thing. And everybody's mindset is, I don't know, lately people seem like they don't want to spend money, they're unsure about everything going on.
Right, yeah, of course. Understandable. It was the same out by me. You know, I went to the Tampa Prime outlet. I wouldn't say it was dead, but it certainly wasn't the crazy packed experience it was last year.
Yeah.
Last year was insane.
So we're going to talk about what our opinions are on everybody's mindsets. What's going on with the housing market, what we feel is going on, with people, where their heads are at. So do me a favor, if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel and it's greatly appreciated. Give the video a thumbs up and that helps the algorithm so our videos get shown to more people. All right, let's get started. All right, Bill, let's talk about real estate a little bit. So, a lot of people, probably most people, think it's a bad time to buy. So where do you think everybody's mindset is when it comes to real estate?
So that's kind of two-pronged.
Okay.
Right now everything is slower, which is pretty typical for this time of year. We're coming into the holiday season. Everything starts to slow down a little bit.
October sales were down compared to last year?
Yeah, October sales were nationally and stuff. Obviously, there's going to be different sales reports based off of local areas and different markets. But overall, but this is typical. We kind of started to see this for the season. And then once we get back into January, things will pick back up. Now, because we have such a buyer demand, because the interest rates were high, things got a little weird because we did have a drop in the interest rates down below 8 finally.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So, which is good. So as things start to drop, then more homes will come on the market, and obviously we'll have more mortgage applications and things like that. But right now things are a little slow, and I just think people's mindset is conserve because they don't know. The inflation's up, so it's costing so much more for everything, general products, which we've done videos on.
And the federal government keeps saying, oh, look, inflation is down, they're saying, but if you go to the supermarket, it's telling a different story.
Exactly.
At least, gas prices are down.
Thank goodness.
Rents are dropping a little bit.
A little bit. Now, again, that's very, very market driven.
Yeah.
So you just so for like right now in Wesley Chapel, out east of Pasco County, the rents are up just a little bit, but we also have a lot of housing units coming online. So that's going to cause the rents to possibly come down a little bit, or at least stabilize. Maybe not down, but they'll get more stable once we start introducing all of those apartment units.
And there's a lot of them going on because we were talking about ghost inventory. So basically, people are saying, hey, the reason why prices are remaining the same is because of inventory.
Right.
But now a lot of those units from new constructions are coming online.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then the builders are offering incentives to counteract some of the interest rate hike. So that's where the smart play is right now.
So what it's weird that you say that. Okay, so one of the buyers, and let me tell you guys a little backstory on this one. I did an inspection and they want to back out of that inspection. I said, why? They said, brand new house down the street. The builder was offering a buy down of rate down to 2.9%.
Wow.
And I'm like, really? They're like, absolutely.
We got somebody behind us here. That's insane. 2-point-something%.
Yeah, so, because of that, they're like, yeah, we don't want this house. And they were able to get out of it. And it was actually more affordable, payment-wise, mortgage-wise.
Oh, absolutely.
To buy a brand new house.
Yeah, that is a unicorn find for sure. I haven't seen that here.
Actually, it wasn't. I think it was by Wesley Chapel.
I haven't seen that here. Like, I'd love to see that number, because I get those numbers pretty frequently, and I haven't seen anything in the 2s.
Yeah, they said they were going to offer him 2.9%.
Yeah, let's see. We'll see how it pans out. Fingers crossed. That'd be great for them. I hope that they've got something like that.
Absolutely. I don't know, Bill. That rate, you know, maybe they got an adjustable rate mortgage, you know, and bought that down.
They could have. Yeah, they may have had some creative financing done. They could have purchased down. They could have bought down their rate even further. You know, off of what the builder was offering them. So, you know, kudos to them.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
hey,
it was cheaper to buy a brand new house than a used one. So
yeah, I think that's in this day and age, you've got to get a little creative with things and look at different aspects when you're working with your real estate agent, for sure.
I just think that people are scared to pull the trigger. There was I probably, you know, like I said this in other videos too, like, you know, now I'm getting, before it was like getting no cancellations on inspections.
Right.
And now I'm getting maybe 1 or 2 a week because of financing, or they just got scared, or their jobs. What are you seeing?
Yeah, we're starting to see the same thing. Some of it is, I think we're starting to get back to normal. You know, that's kind of a normal thing. People get a little scared. Definitely with the interest rates as high as they are, if you get a fluctuation of a 0.5 point or a point up, that can really mess with your debt to income ratio, and then it bumps you right out of the deal, and you lose your financing because you just don't have any more cash to buy it down. You know, to balance everything back out, you know, because you've already spent everything to put down on the property.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not just the housing market, it's the car market too.
It's everywhere.
And think about it, the car market is probably the second most expensive thing most people buy, you know?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I was just at the dealership getting some work done on my truck. And I was talking to some of the salespeople there, and they just said it's just dead, like crickets. And actually the salesman saw me, that sold me my truck a while back, and said the same thing. He's heading back up north for a little while. He's got a opportunity up there to make some good money until maybe everything rebounds back down here, and then he's heading back down to Florida.
Car interest rates freaking skyrocketed too.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're starting to see those deals now too. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm like, you know, like I told everybody past, I'm looking for a Toyota Tacoma. So if anybody has a really good deal, decided to go for the 2024s.
Yeah.
You know, and they finally released the prices for them, and they went up like $3-4 grand themselves.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, everything is up. I looked at prices while I was there just because I wanted to see, and you can see the prices are up now compared to when I purchased, but they've dropped the interest rate, so you know they're trying to balance it out. It makes you feel better.
How was the inventory there?
It wasn't bad. They had no F-250s. I have a Ford. They had a lot of 150s, but I mean, that's one of the most popular trucks in the country. But their inventory was better than it was during, you know, the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
You know, for sure. But it wasn't like what it used to be. And like I said, there's almost no 250s out there that I saw, at least at the one that I dealt with.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think everybody's scared. Between everything goes up. So let's say something goes up, say your electric bill goes up $30, but then your water bill goes up $10.
Yeah.
You know, then your cable bill goes up $10. You know, everybody, you know, it adds up to the point that people just can't afford that stuff anymore.
Yeah, $30, $40, $50 here, then another 10 there, 20 there. Now that you're at $150, $200, $300, you know, a month extra that you weren't prepared for or that you weren't expecting, and that pushes you up over past your budget. I mean, because your salaries aren't going up fast enough to meet everything.
And here's the kicker, okay? So basically, we live in Pasco County, Florida, and we just got our tax bill.
Yes.
And I thought they weren't going up because they're building thousands of homes. So they get impact fees.
Right.
Okay, you want to explain what impact fee is?
Well, part of your taxes go to infrastructure. So
Right.
the builder has to pay part of that infrastructure, roads, sewers, power, that costs taxpayer money. So the builders pay that back typically, or they, incorporate it into a CDD and pass that on to, the homeowner or purchaser.
So I got my bill, and I didn't hear that the taxes went up
They
like
went up.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then the property that I don't homestead went up even more.
Right. Yeah, because you don't get your homestead exemption here for those, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm like, Tanya's like, my wife, she's like, what the hell's going on? And then our insurance bill came in, and that went up.
That went up. Yeah, we just got all the same things. Same
Our
thing
car
in our
insurance
house.
came back.
Oh,
That went up.
Yep, my insurance, everything went up. Everything is up again. Everything just keeps going up and up. We got a hit, 6 months ago, and then now we're getting whacked again.
But there has to be a breaking point. That's what I was just saying.
Yeah.
So
We've cut back. We're trying not to do as much, at our house either. We're contemplating where we drive sometimes, down to that point, frivolous spending, cut back on eating out.
you know what I'm doing? Basically, like I have all these subscriptions like HBO Max, Netflix, just like little stuff here.
Yeah.
Like different things,
Yeah.
And if you add them all up, it comes out to hundreds of dollars a month.
Yeah.
And half of them, because they're on auto renew, half of them, I never use.
Yeah, people forget about it. I just did a business audit, and same thing at home. You kind of got to do the same thing. I went through a business audit and was like, well, how much am I actually using this? And how much am I using that? Or is there a cheaper version or a combo version, or, can I put that money to better use somewhere else? And, I've canceled some subscription services, that I can, and I'm looking at other avenues.
But I think that's what's happening now, okay? That's why I think the Black Friday deals, at least in the brick and mortar stores. I don't know what the numbers are for online, but
Right, I'm sure online. I'd be curious. I can't wait to see what the numbers are for the online shopping came out versus, because at least from what I remember from last year and the year before, we started to see that slow but sure decline. And obviously during the pandemic, again, you're comparing pandemic lock-in, type things to online only.
And people, are saying they're not going to spend as much this holiday season.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a crazy situation. Like we went to the store just to buy a few things that had nothing to do with the holidays, just necessities, and they were empty.
Yeah.
So here's the question. Let's get back to real estate. In your opinion, since we're close to the end of the year,
Yep.
what do you think 2024 is going to look like? And so, your opinion, I mean, no numbers. What do you think is going to happen?
So everything's, there's always data driven, right? But I think that we're going to start to see a decline in interest rates.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like, oh, yay, we're going to be back to 3. I'm talking, we're going to start seeing a slight decline in interest rates, which is going to be good for everybody.
Okay.
That's going to unlock the pent-up buyer demand. Affordability will be a little bit better. And then we're going to start seeing more listings come on the market. And then we're going to start seeing mortgage applications go up little by little as the year goes on. January 1, February, March, then we get back into our spring selling season across the country. We don't really have that season down here. And then I think little by little, things are going to get a little bit better. There's I haven't seen too many predictions of it going down, but right now more of it's on a very, very modest increase from, our annual overall sales.
All right. So what do you think prices of homes are going to do?
We haven't seen them go down in our area yet.
Okay.
So year over year, right now, we're kind of pushing that 3 to 4% increase. I know this, certain months things were way down and then they went up and then they went down, but we've talked about it before. We've just gotten so used to looking at things because they change so quickly in real estate now on a month-to-month basis versus which things fluctuate always, just like the stock market. It always fluctuates.
Right.
And then there's seasonality involved with it. And I think, if you have to sell, and we've said this before too, if you've got to buy and you've got to sell, you're going to do it.
Right.
If you're if you have to do it, you're going to do it.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what rate you are.
And people don't care about their rate at that point. They
Because they have
make
to
it do.
sell it. So if they lose the rate, they lose the rate.
Right, because they have to move for whatever reason. I talked to a couple people over, at the beginning of the week. Had an addition to the family. So there's no more rooms left in their house.
Yeah, so they have to
So they have to sell because they need to buy something new.
Yeah.
And we're working on that for them, and it's a good time. So
what is it? You guys leave comments below. We're curious to see what your opinions are on everybody's mindsets and why, at least in our area, the stores were empty. Tell us how it was in your area if you went out for Black Friday. But anyways, that's today's video. Greatly appreciate it. Do me a favor, consider subscribing. You have anything to add?
Just enjoy the holidays, enjoy the time with friends, family, and don't let things stress you out. That's the big one. And we'll get, if you need something, reach out to us and we'll be happy to at least just have a conversation with you.
Appreciate it. All right, we'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Bye.